You're listening to Studio. Yo, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57. Listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Alright, Rebels, we're finally getting the technical difficulties together. Yes, we are back. Oh my goodness. The free agent frenzy. NFL offseason, what are you talking about? We got that. Of course, bracketology, and more bracketology. I see Moose has got like a catalog of brackets over here. The bracket, the bracket of integrity. So we're gonna break that down. We got NBA, NHL, and then whatever the F you want. Happy St. Patty's Day. Get your green beers up, your corned beef and cabbage. You know, let's do it. Oh, I ain't got no green on. Damn it, I messed up. All right, whatever. Let's get into this thing without further ado. Let's do the do that we do at DSR2. I'm Scrappy and here is Johnny the Moose.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. On there. So, yeah, no green beer here. We've got Guinness there. I'm telling you, mother's milk. I'll tell you a lot about that. On there. Didn't figure leave the Jamesons at home. I still have to drive home with that. But we still got lots here to talk about. We have the NCAA tournament starting officially on Friday. Yeah, you got your playing games on Thursday, but the tournament doesn't start till fucking Friday. Playing games don't count as making the tournament.
No?
Win your game, get to the tournament, then get smoked. We got that. Then we'll talk about a lot about the that. I do have accomplished the bracket of integrity. Barb from a county will knock me out by probably Sunday afternoon.
Yes, it's always that way. She will go based on the mascots and the beauty of the color scheme on the jerseys, the piping, and all that. And she will whoop that ass.
Yep, always again. She's going for her 8th straight title.
Yes.
On there. So we'll talk about
aggravating.
That. We've got free agency in the NFL upon us here. Again, craziness on that. If you're a Bears fan, you thought you were getting somebody, and you woke up this morning. We got who?
Andy freaking Dalton strikes again.
You wanted, you thought, oh, we're going to get Russell Westbrook, and
nah.
wah.
Well, if you thought you were getting Russell Wilson, y'all don't pay attention. Because there's no way, dude, I'm telling you now, he's not going anywhere. Pete Carroll will be gone before Russell Wilson is gone.
Yes.
You do not give away a top 5 quarterback.
Even though they
in his prime.
Right. Even though they did offer a lot.
I don't care what they offered.
You don't do that.
Yeah. I don't even think they were listening. It's kind of like one of those things.
Which is probably, again, you just...
They should have called Houston if they were going to throw all that out.
Right. John Schneider just saved him from yourself.
If you were going to offer all that, you should have went to Houston.
They could still go to Houston. But now Houston, too, because they got that a civil lawsuit. Supposedly, he's accused of sexual assault. But it's a civil suit. It's not on there. And it basically, they went to him first and said, pay us our money. We're going public. He goes, go public. I'm not paying you anything because I didn't do it.
Oh, damn. All defiant.
So, yeah, go ahead. Let's go to court. See what happens. Because I didn't do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you didn't do it, then you should be that
Go ahead,
confident.
tell everybody, because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Go to court. Let's go to court. See what happens. Sounds like somebody was trying to basically, I don't know, actually, basically try to get some money out of him.
Maybe extort him. Yeah, sure. I mean, if it comes down to that, like if I'm innocent, I'm not playing around, man.
No.
Yo, Canada Mike in the building. Everybody else, text line 313-305-5340. That is there for you. Social media, Studio 57 Radio across the board, Facebook, YouTube, studio57radio.com. Yeah, dude. I mean, I got that. That's what I would do if I'm confident and I know I didn't do nothing. You got to prove I did something. You can't just say it.
Right.
So, but we shall see. We shall see.
So, yeah, they got agreed to terms up. Andy Dalton.
Andy frickin' Dalton. Red Ryder BB gun is in the building. The redheaded stepchild of Chicago has officially started. How long before they start throwing things at him and get all Philly fan on you? Like, you got Nick Foles. What the fuck is the difference? Why didn't you just run with Nick Foles?
Because he's terrible, too.
Yeah, I know, but what's the difference is my point.
You've got terrible quarterbacks.
I will ride on Nick Foles' Super Bowl run and over
Andy Dalton.
What's Andy Dalton ever done?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. He's done nothing.
He does have a great hairdo.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
It's just the color.
Yeah, you might like the bright, pretty color, but no, yeah, it looks like a creamsicle.
Well, that's what I said. No, the hair style is thick and luxurious, but it's still a ginger. And he has no soul.
Well, maybe whatever. Soulless gingers.
Gingers have no soul.
But Andy freaking Dalton, why not just run with Foles then? And if you're gonna throw all that at Russell Wilson, dude, Russell ain't going anywhere. Make a run at Houston.
Yeah, they'll take it.
They're all screwed up over there.
Yeah.
And I take Watson over Wilson right now.
Yeah. Because why? He's like 7 years younger.
Right. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So
Take the young guy.
It's like I don't know. It's like, what's going on over there? I mean, guess what? The only thing worse than Chicago, being a Chicago fan right now is a Lions fan. Like, we're at the dredges too.
Well, we know he sucked, but at least our GM's actually making some halfway decent moves.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Again, you pony up again a seventh rounder. I don't know, in 10 years for.
Yeah.
You waved everybody. I'm like, bye.
Yeah,
bye,
I do like that because there's no talent here right now. So it's like, if you're just cutting fools, then just go ahead. And then it turns out the Galladay thing was a solid move because
thank you. You know what? This is the equivalent. This
he's
the
got
equivalent of
because he wasn't what he thought he was worth on the market. He tried to go on the market like he was going to get all this money, and then everybody's like, nah. No, we're not really doing that right now.
This is the equivalent of when the Tigers offered, back in 2000, Juan Gonzalez.
So, I mean,
remember when he said that? Oh, yeah, you going to buy a house? No rent. And they offered him that huge contract, and he said no.
Right.
Good. You just saved us from ourselves.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened with Chicago. They got saved for themselves.
Right.
But, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, Galladay. We offer you $18 million. I want more. Okay, bye.
Well, and he's not going to get 15.
He'll get like about 13 mil.
Right.
Because again, word is basically you quit on your team.
Well, that's the other aspect too. The way he got at the end there, that's not going to bode well for him either. But I mean, so we'll see how it all pans out. But early on, sure. I'm not, like you said, I know how horrible we are. So it's like, whatever. What are we going to do? Strip it down. Strip it to the bare bones, dude. It's like like a house that had a flood. Go in there
get some guys in here, but we're stripping it right down.
We're doing a full abatement of the Detroit Lions.
Right.
I'm cool with it.
This is probably the first time this is. I mean, when was the last time we actually had here, at least the Lions wise, is a general manager is like, No, we're going to tear it right down to the bare bones.
Well,
And not try to, like...
we have. They just tore it down the wrong effing way.
Well, yeah, looks like... Maybe
They tore it down to an 0-16 fucking scrap of a fucking team where fucking cats are running out of the end zone because they don't know where the hell they are.
Terrible.
Now that guy's like some quarterback guru on fucking TV.
It's terrible.
This shit cracks me the fuck up, mothership. You're better than that. Whatever.
But I thought you basically you get a deal a 7th rounder in like 5 years down the road for Michael Brockers, an all-pro defensive tackle. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Jamal Williams. I thought they would probably go look at something like a bigger back in the draft than that. But okay.
Right.
24, 25-year-old running back. It's a bigger back, great pass blocker, good hands out of the backfield. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. But again, they got rid of Trufant, which I didn't like that signing to begin with because the guy was always fucking hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Got rid of Coleman, signed like a 1-year deal for $2.5 million. Well, good. That shows you where he was valued.
Sure.
Not $10 million a year, 2.5.
Right. No, and I'm with you. I'm not, like I said early on. You're not getting horrible mistakes. I don't care how bad they strip this thing down, and I've seen this before. So my thing is how do they build it back up? Because
Right.
you could strip a house down to the rafters, but
Yeah, I still think they're going to trade out of that 7th pick.
I hope so. I think draft equity is probably their best bet. Not that if they stumbled into like a top pick, but I mean, if you're not getting 1 or 2, then what the fuck's the point?
Right. Unless Penny Sewell falls to number 7, then you go, we didn't want to, but damn.
Well, yeah, if you can't get on a value,
Then
yeah.
you just go, screw it.
Yeah, if
he
you-
is the best player available.
right,
and
right.
It's not even close.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
you
if
take it.
sure,
But a
it's about
receiver at
value.
7? No. A linebacker at 7? No.
Dude, they draft tight ends at 10. So
And again, they keep bringing up, Pitts. Pitts they're not drafting Pitts. Trust me on this one. They are not drafting a freaking tight end at 7.
oh, dude, oh my God, they better not.
No.
I will lose. We will do 60 minutes of me screaming into a microphone if he does that.
Well, we will because we'll be out of the air live.
Yes, watching the draft. I'll lose my flipping mind. We'll be having beverages and cigars, Moose, like we usually do.
Absolutely.
I will lose my cool. So draft night special, you guys will want to come hang out with us. We'll move the episode to that day, whatever it falls on this year. But
Bring back Galladay for $5 million a year.
yeah, right?
You want a 1-year deal, $5 million? Sure.
Sure,
Come
no
on in.
problem. Gosh.
But yeah.
So anyway, what else we got going through the league? Who else moved around? Oh, what's his name? Cam went back to New England. New England went nuts.
New England went nuts.
They went on a spending spree. It felt like.
Yes. Let's get.
So you got so they got a couple tight ends,
Yeah, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry,
and then they get
Nelson Aguilar,
okay,
and I'm not sure who else. And they reached up with Cam.
what are you doing with Cam? Come on here.
They also signed a kid out from whatchamacallit, pass rusher from Baltimore. They signed him too.
Okay,
So that was
Well.
a nice signing on there. But they lost Thuney to Kansas City.
okay. So they made a big splash, though. I didn't catch all of them because it's like I'm trying to listen on the radio, and it's like there's a lot going on here.
They
And
got Ted Karras back from the Dolphins. He signed a 1-year deal. At
Okay.
7, so,
see, I remember the receivers, the tight ends. I remember all that stuff. I don't remember. But geez.
yeah, here we go. Transactions.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get them up in front of us because, I mean, I think that's probably the most moves out of anybody's thus far. I'm surprised, though, we haven't seen any. Do we hear?
Kendrick Bourne, which was, I believe, from Frisco, they signed. Nelson Aguilar, they signed. Hunter Henry, they signed.
Well, Nelson Aguilar is the one I heard probably the most of, I think. They were talking about that today.
Yeah, which is, I don't.
Whatever. That's what I say. It's like, I was like, huh? And then there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
he had a
other.
nice year last year, but he's still nice.
Well, yeah, it's just how much did you have to pay for him? How much you guys were talking about how messed up your salary was. So now your salary cap was. So now you dump, and then you bring in these guys. Like, is that going to be I don't understand, like, the methodology and, how he's building it. It's weird. it's weird. I don't know what they're doing over there. So New England's gonna have a totally different look yet again.
Spent like $90 million in guaranteed money yesterday.
Sure, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was like almost $100 million in guaranteed money for like 4 guys or something like that. Was it just the 4 guys, right?
Yeah.
That were the majority of that, or all of that?
Majority of that.
I'm like, that's crazy, man. I don't know. And then Washington.
They still may lose Shaq Mason. We'll see about that one.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think they've re-signed him.
And then Washington took Fitzpatrick.
Right.
How in the hell does that not go the other way? If you're not going to run with Foles, and you're not going to make a run, you're going to make a run at Russell Wilson, but not at Deshaun Watson, why do you not just spend that 10 on Fitzpatrick?
I would have spent
over
money
Dalton.
on Dalton.
I don't.
Dalton's terrible.
I don't know. It's giving me a headache.
It's
amazing.
The general manager, again, this is the same freaking clown that traded up for Mitchell Trubisky.
I know.
And then basically gave the picks on there to Jacksonville for Nick Foles when Jacksonville was probably going to release him within 2 days anyway.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
And he still has a job.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Well, see, the crazy part about it is
the only one
how you could go
as general manager on there that says it's worse than that is our former clown here.
Oh yeah,
with,
Millen or whatever.
Not Millen. Quinn.
Quinn, yeah. Just recently, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had probably the 2 worst general managers on there: Quinn and
Millen. Yeah.
Quinn also might be almost just as bad. I mean, probably is worse than that because he came from a football background.
Well, it's more disappointing. You expected more out of him. I don't know that he was worse than Millen. I mean, Matt Millen, he had a football background. He just didn't have a front office background.
No.
He was on TV at that point. But and that was a disaster. I mean, that guy, that was the single worst GM job ever.
Would have been worse is because they actually re-signed him.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it was
of
horrible.
Course they did re-sign Quinn too because we got to match him up with Patricia at the same time. No, you don't.
No, not really. No.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but I mean, in the end, it is what it is.
Whereas Kansas City basically got Chris Long, who unretired from football, who would play with the Bears back in 2019. He got signed with there, and then he also got Thuney also from New England. So
NFL, man, it's like year-round sport. You know what? I haven't noticed though a lot of, not a lot of like trouble, right? You know, there would be a lot of like NFL issues off the field. Remember when all that stuff happened, like a lot?
Oh, because most of these guys aren't going out anywhere, getting into trouble.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. I was just saying, like it's so weird. So it's not as the crazy hectic schedule that we're used to seeing, but it is pretty much a year-round thing. I am. Mike checks in, says he's got no CFL, XFL updates for you. It was funny, and it's funny that he mentions that because we were talking about that last week, and I heard it on the radio here locally. They were talking about it a little bit, and if they could figure out a way to work together, I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah.
It would be an interesting conversation, but I think the biggest hurdle is like the stadium size, the field size, how you get to figure all that out, and logistics, So I think they're going to more brainstorm off each other and maybe piggyback off each other in other ways. But it'd be kind of cool if they had like a game or so, like XFL versus CFL or something like that, if they didn't do a merger, which would be pretty insane. But a lot of talks, so no updates. You're not going to see any movement for probably quite a while, and all of a sudden one day you're going to hear bam, because they suspended the next season
Right.
to get deals done. So they're going to try to make something happen. So when it happens, it'll just come out of nowhere because no one will see that shit coming. So
Yeah, I mean, and then Houston signed Tyrod Taylor.
I almost forgot that guy was around.
Well, remember he signed last year with
Yeah,
the Chargers.
sure.
Then he gets hurt because the team doctor almost killed him,
All right.
which actually worked out best
Yeah.
because they saw what they had in Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you might as well go away because we're not going to resign you.
Yeah, he got popped in the lung, right? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, he had a collapsed lung. When the doctor basically hit the lung with the needle and collapsed the lung.
Drives me fucking. I will never, because of that story, I will never ever get a shot that has anything to do with that general area.
Yeah.
Now I hate shots anyway. I freak out. But anyway.
And then, Drew Brees retired officially.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. I didn't even think. Yeah. That should have been a bigger story in my mind than it was when we got on the air here. But it's what it's expected. I mean, what was he gonna do? Come back and try to struggle through another season? It goes back to one of those things, dude. When you just become a shell of what you were, and you don't want to go that far, right? You want to stop before you get to that. You want to play when you were still at least viable,
Right.
and you don't want to come back and be a detriment to your team. And I don't think that he would necessarily be that, but you're gonna move forward anyway. So why delay the inevitable?
Yeah.
What was he gonna try to do? Sneak out one more year? What is surprising to me is that they extended Brady.
Yeah, well, yeah. Brady signed a 4-year deal extension, but really is like a 1 year with avoidable years. So
Well, what it is they're moving that cap money around.
yeah, they're basically committing fraud.
Well, no, because he's going to get paid. He's just going to get paid to go home if they don't play him.
Right.
So it's not really committing fraud. It's like, okay, this is the deal. We're going to pay you regardless. We need to defer this money, so we're going to give you a 4-year contract.
Right.
And so the 4-year contract is just ridiculous.
Deferred
Over that
year.
time, and it's ridiculous to think that he'll outlive it. But this is the whole kicker about that. They can't. I guess they could just cut him, but if he doesn't want to go, are they gonna just cut the guy that brought him the Super Bowl? No. So then he's gonna play if he wants to fucking play. Think about that for a second. He'll be 48 years old.
He'll be the only quarterback collecting Social Security and still playing.
He's he'll be 47, 48 years old if he were to live out that contract.
And then he also re-signed Shaq Barrett,
which was
the same thing.
Absolutely. Well, that's why they did this stuff, so they could bring the band back.
Go for one more run.
Sure.
And see what happens.
Sure. What you don't
They
think?
got everybody back for another year.
Yeah, you don't think they're all going to come back for one more shot after that?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, they were. So, I just it's one of those things where none of that surprises me. But I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
No.
But it's funny now. What is it? I'm confused. Is it the Patriot way, or is it just the Brady way? Is it a TB12 thing?
I think it's a combination of both on there, but now you start looking at it might be more of a Brady thing.
Dude, it's a TB12 thing. I'm sorry. They're not. Dude, what do they do? What did we just say they were doing in New England?
Yeah.
They're doing the opposite
Of what they always used
of what they used to do. And what's Tampa doing? Exactly what they used to do.
Right.
So you're telling me that that's not empirical evidence? Is that not a control is this not like science? Really? At this point? I mean, I get it's only one example, but you only have one goat. So, you can't have more than one example.
I mean, the amazing thing too is basically the New Orleans Saints literally cleared $111 million of cap space.
Okay, we're all over the place. New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well, yeah, because
they were literally salary cap prison, and they basically has wheeled and dealed, cut guys, restructure guys, and they cleared out literally $100 million.
That's a lot.
Now they can be viable again.
Well, we'll see. Because what's their quarterback situation?
Jameis, baby.
No, dude. He throws more. He's gonna be 24 and 40. He's going to have 24 touchdowns and 40 interceptions.
Well, they're giving him like another 1-year deal. See what he does.
Yes.
But then again, who would you rather have right now at this point of their careers, Jameis Winston or Cam Newton?
Oh, I don't want Cam Newton, but he's not on the squad. I mean,
They
now
re-upped him. They signed him a new 1-year deal.
yeah, but he's not on the Saints. They
No.
re-upped him in New England. Yeah, I don't know what. That's what I just said earlier. That's the only man. This is you are all over the place today, Moose. Okay, so we're either going to talk about one or the motherfucking other, but we can't talk about both at the same time and ping pong back and forth. So if you want to get on we want to finish the New England conversation about why they brought in Cam Newton. I don't know. That just goes to the whole thing I was talking about. They're doing the shit backwards.
Right.
They're doing the exact opposite of what they always do, and the TB12 method is what. And I'm not saying that it was like the TB12 thing, but you know when you have a guy there that has a sense of that he rubs off on cats, like certain people could just walk into a room and change the energy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then that energy rubs off on other cats, and then they start to act in a certain way, and then everybody else acts in a certain way. As much as one bad apple can spoil the bushel,
one great apple could change the whole job.
Dude,
He
yeah.
changed the culture the moment he signed with
So
that team.
I just believe that the things that he did over those years, he established that. And so that didn't go away because he went to another team. He went to another team, and these guys know what he did for 20 fucking years. Deferring money, giving up, changing up contracts, doing whatever he can to win championships.
Right.
Everything for him was always about winning championships, and he fucking did it.
Again.
And again.
Yeah.
And again.
Right.
And so he went somewhere else, and nobody forgot that shit. They wanted to be a part of that. So now that, whatever he did in the locker room, whatever he did over in New England, whatever he did to make that stuff happen, whatever part he had in that, he's doing it over here now. And it's effective. It's effective. I can't sit here and say, oh, there's a TB12 method or it's this, that, or the other. But whatever he's doing, whatever is happening, it works.
Yes.
And guess what? That's the untangible, like unexplainable thing that you almost can't get over that makes him the GOAT. And that's going to be anybody from here on out. That's going to be that's going to be the legacy they're going to have to outshine if you're going to be the GOAT now, because that is what it's going to be about.
Right. I mean, you're on there, and again, after week 4 or so, he's going to have every record for quarterbacking wise.
Yeah.
Because he's only 1,100 yards behind Drew Brees.
Right.
And about week 4 or 5,
Yeah.
he'll pass that. And
Yeah.
he'll have the yardage, the touchdowns, the wins,
Right.
Super Bowls,
MVPs.
MVP. Well, actually, MVPs, he's like tied with a couple, minute. But yeah, he can win an MVP this year.
Right.
And he'll play to like
Super
7.
Bowl MVPs.
And he'll play like this. He's literally got, if he fulfills the full contract under, he'll pass George Blanda as the longest tenure of any player in the NFL.
Amazing.
With Blanda played that started at quarterback, played quarterback, and then ended up as a kicker at the end.
Right, sure. But it's just
But he's still quarterback.
It's just
he's
quarterback the whole time.
I'm
Dude, he's still effective. I mean, you can't say he's not effective. You can't say that he is what he was in his prime, but what do you expect? He's fucking my age.
right.
Fuck, get out of here. He's fucking my age.
And again, too,
My kids are in their mid-20s.
they're all set there, and all they can look and say, okay, we can shore up everything else that we need.
Right.
You got the whole band. I mean, basically,
Yeah.
this year we'll concentrate on making sure that offensive line and you're
Right.
protected.
Right.
We'll add another running back on there.
So,
We'll
and-
add some secondary. We'll do this. Whatever.
Sure.
They're going to just...
Sure. So, yeah, so I don't know what they're doing in New England. It is what it is. But now, you move over to the Saints, hey, dude, they brought in the accountant and they went crazy.
Yeah.
And they did, it sounds like to me, that's how they did it. This is an analytics, like financial,
Yeah.
this is a
exact
bookkeeping.
under.
This is bookkeeping. This
Because
is not.
They did the same thing. Well, essentially, I mean, yeah, what they did is a miraculous. It
was an audit.
$100 million, basically. Say, well, here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to look at analytics, and we're going to get rid of cats, and we're going to do whatever we got to do.
Yep. That's
You
basically
gotta-
what that was, is a full-on audit. To open up $100 million on your cap. But that's good because you knew it was going to go down.
Yeah.
But I think it'll go up exponentially the following season.
Well, yeah, because you get the new TV deal and
Right.
everything, and it's going to go over $200 million.
Right.
So it's going to be a $20 million surplus of cap space after this year. Then, but yeah, I mean, you look at what they got on it. They just did the right things on it, getting rid of guys and restructuring guys,
Sure.
and doing it, and they cleared out the money.
Right.
Also, again, having Breeze retire, and that basically is he restructured and retired, and that freed up again another $24 million just by doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got a good, cushy NBC job
Yeah,
waiting
he
for
immediately
him.
signed a big cushy job with NBC.
Yeah. No, he already had that deal like ready in the bank.
Yeah, of course he did. He had that deal locked up there.
Well, it wasn't even a secret. I mean, it wasn't. You
We
know,
all knew he was going to do it.
everybody knew. So yeah. So that's cool, man. I kind of like it. You know, I think it was a better. I know he didn't end with the Super Bowl run or anything like that, but I still felt like the level that he left the game was in a better position than like Peyton. Like Peyton felt like he was a shell of himself at that point, and then that team kind of carried him.
We got breaking news.
So I don't know. I think I'm
Curtis
cool with it.
Samuel just signed a 3-year, $34.5 million deal with the Washington football team.
Oh, okay.
All right.
They're trying to do something over there. We'll see how that plays. I like Riverboat Ron, so if he's getting a
And he
play,
gets one of his players who is used to it.
Right.
I like Curtis Samuel because he's kind of like almost like a jack of all trades because
Sure.
he's not just a receiver. They use him in the run game a little bit,
Right.
quite a bit on there too.
Right.
And then last year he on it. So no, I thought that's a good because they need help besides McLaurin and out there. They need
Sure.
receiving wise.
well, and that's the thing. If Ron Rivera's going to get a say and they're going to listen and they're going to work together as a unit and bring in he's going to put together a solid unit over there.
Yes, that defense.
I mean,
is good.
yeah, yep. Yep.
On there. So we got that. Bengals actually made a move today. They got
Oh.
Trey Hendrickson, the pass rusher from New Orleans. On there, they lost Carl Lawson, but I think that's
Oh,
an
sure.
upgrade.
Got that out of the fire sale? Sure.
Buffalo got Emmanuel Sanders. It's an upgrade over John Brown.
All right.
That's a damn thing on there.
Okay.
Carolina got Hassan Reddick, so pass rush on there, so that's nice on there. Nice. Carolina's gonna be that defense is gonna be scary
Yeah.
because you got Brian
Yeah.
Burns in that, so down there.
Yeah.
And the Broncos, who knows what the fucking Broncos are doing?
Dude, they don't know what they're doing. It's like them in Chicago couldn't pick out a quarterback if you gave them one. And then I don't know what Denver's been doing. They've been in like this weird purgatory.
Right.
I just feel like
They've been in this purgatory. I mean, after they lost they won the Super Bowl. They just been in limbo.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
And
just
even
feel like
before they got lucky because Manning just basically signed with them because they were in that limbo.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were
after
gonna do
Jay
then.
Cutler left under. And again, I don't know why they drafted Jay Cutler to begin with under when you had Jake the Snake.
oh, I love Plummer, Jake Plummer.
Dude was a gamer.
Dude, I love that guy. I don't know why, but yeah, I just
We think about well, Cutler's got better physical traits in there. Yeah, but he's a fucking head case.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna
had a
say
5 cent head.
right.
Whereas Plummer had fucking balls, man.
Right.
Dude,
right.
come on. Arizona won their first damn playoff game for like ever when he was there when he on there, and then he signs a deal with Denver. That so
Sure. Oh man.
Jacoby Brissett is the new backup for Tua now.
Okay.
Okay, means they're gonna just ride with Tua. Sounds
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what else are you gonna do? You need to build around him, or you're wasting your time. And why'd you get him in the first place? You
Yeah.
got 1,000,001 picks. You got all this stuff. Build around him.
Yeah.
And then if he sucks, he's got no excuse. And then it's just find your quarterback, right? Like, am I insane? Or why wouldn't you got this guy already, you got him on his rookie deal, you got all these picks, all this draft equity, all this stuff going on. Why don't you build the entire team from the trenches, everything all around him, everything he needs, and then if he falls on his face, you're one position away.
Yeah.
You're one player away from being there. And then you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You sell out and you get a whoever here or whoever there, at the end of the whatever, and you just get that quarterback, whether you sell out for a top draft pick or you make some kind of crazy deal.
No,
So I don't. That's what they need to do. So, and you drafted Tua, so I'd run with them. So
Yeah.
sounds like that's what they're doing.
Tennessee signed Bud Dupree. That's a nice pick. And then Dinaco Altry. And so that helps out the defense-wise. Yeah, they lost John Smith. They lost Corey Davis. Anthony Fisker and Honor. So Davis really had a great year last year because it was a contract year, but he was kind of a huge disappointment coming out of Western.
Sure.
I thought for sure he'd be a stud because at Western he was. Great hands, great route running, perfect size on it. Just didn't seem to put it together till this last year and that, but whatever, they're going to run the ball. They got A.J. Brown, so we'll see what happens there. They still got a good offensive line there, so they'll probably draft the receiver-wise and everything.
Dude, it's like the legal tampering window opened and everybody ran in. It was like back in the day when you'd like wait out in front of the mall or whatever to get in, and they'd open the doors and everybody run in for Tickle Me Elmo and crush each other. That's what this felt like.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never. And doesn't it close and then like reopen again or some shit? Isn't that how this works?
Yeah, you get like 2 weeks on there, then it'll close or kind of slow down and that because they'll have to get everybody ready for the
draft, right?
On there and they'll go from there and that. Yeah, the Chiefs. Yeah, they signed Thuney, but they cut both tackles, right and left tackle. If Fisher's coming off the Achilles, so he wouldn't play next year anyways. But dude, till he got hurt, was playing pretty good ball, was a Pro Bowler, and then their right tackle was really good too. So they're going to have to still address the tackle situation. They addressed the guard with getting Thuney, which is a huge plus on it, but they still need to get some tackles. That's all they really need because they got every. I think they re-upped Taco Carlton. They re-upped him for a 1-year deal, so we'll see that.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
But yeah, you got certain teams in there just haven't
done anything.
Yeah, Trent Williams, $138 million deal.
Yow.
He is the highest paid offensive lineman in the game.
Yow. Who? What?
Trent Williams.
Yeah, no, I know that. But who paid him that?
Frisco. Because they traded for him. Remember last year they traded.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they gave him a 6-year deal, $138 million, $55 million guaranteed, including.
That's right, because they got him on his last year of his deal, and they wanted to extend him and keep him there. Right. Okay,
and then $30 million was signing bonus. So
wow, had brain fart.
This really, with the $55 million guaranteed on there, it's a 2-year window.
Right.
31 years old. They'll get them for 2 years, and then they'll probably restructure it or go from there.
Yeah, you'll have to restructure it. Well, if cap goes up, maybe you won't have to be too bad. Just defer money a little bit. It's really, what a lot of these teams do is just play with the numbers and move shit around. I mean, that's what Tampa did. We were talking about that earlier. So.
And then Frisco also re-signed Kyle Juzek, the fullback there, 5-year, $27 million deal, including a $10 million guaranteed.
Okay.
Got some more defensive help because, we'll get everybody coming back on there. Plus, they got signed some cats on there. So they need a quarterback is really all they're looking at is there's your trade partner for the Lions.
What's that?
Frisco.
Okay.
They're 12, we're 7. Say the fourth quarterback still sitting there at 7, you trade down to go to Frisco, you get a first. Their first, probably a 3rd rounder this year, and then probably a 1st or 2nd next year.
So you get the 12, you get a 2nd rounder, and then another 2nd rounder next year.
Yeah. Or if they're really desperate, they can give you a first. So
maybe.
And next year you're sitting at 3 number 1s.
Yeah.
Either way, next year you're sitting at 2 number 1s.
Sure.
You're sitting at 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, or whatever.
Sure.
Then you're sitting there.
Well, and the drop off for what the positions you're looking for from 7 to 12, it's really just about saving you money. You get out of that top 10 money, right?
Yeah.
And so that saves you a little bit of money, but the talent drop off is probably not going to be significant. So it's only 5 picks away. Not for what because you have so many holes.
You have so many holes out
there.
So
you could it might be worth it draft equity because you have to fill so much to do it like that. So I'm with you. That might be the best way. But yeah, I guess if that's what San Francisco. See, I still haven't heard San Francisco say anything. Like to me, I feel like they're keeping it kind of close to the vest on what they're going to do. So, it's a foregone. People kind of put it out as a foregone conclusion that, that they're going to be in the market in the draft. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're
we'll
not.
see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
But again, that'd be the perfect scenario for hopefully
For like the Lions,
just
sure.
make that move on there, because you can. What they need, they need linebackers. They need linebackers in the worst way. They need receivers and they need cornerbacks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they. I mean,
And they did that. You know what? Adding on another defense edge rusher can't hurt because you're.
I mean, we could. Did you any other positions on the defense we're missing?
Safety.
I mean,
They need so much help on
It's so insane.
The only thing we really are sitting on is like the offensive line. Yeah, you could basically get upgrade like a right tackle because Vaitai is terrible. But the left side of the line from center over is not bad.
all right,
Running back wise, you've got. But yeah, they're set at running back.
sure.
Goff's not the long term answer on
No.
that. So we're set at tight end. Well, yeah, they are because they resigned.
Yeah, well,
they signed
yeah.
some kid off the off the practice team on there because they cut Jesse James, which was again why they signed Jesse James is beyond me.
I don't
When
know.
you're drafting, you knew you were drafting a damn tight end.
Right.
So what you do, sign a tight end free agent.
So
You know.
dumb. I just asinine. Just asinine. So I don't know what to do. But anyway, so we'll see. I can't wait till draft day. That's always like fun for me, just because
Draft day.
there's usually a little action. You know. I hope we get some movement and we see some stuff going on. I remember one year it was kind of a dud, but recent years it's been, I want to say it's been pretty decent. I like the movement on draft day, so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully it's not like a full-on virtual draft. I'm sure it will be to an extent, but maybe they
You know
can.
where the draft
they
is
can,
this year?
Huh?
Cleveland.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of we get our shots.
All right.
Pirate Radio.
Yes. It's not that far, Moose. It's not that far.
I know.
I could put everything in like a briefcase and we could just go rogue. I can even take over a local FM dial while we're at it just for the fun of it. While we're in there. Boom out like 10 miles around us. Oh, God. We could totally do some pirate radio.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, God.
We'll see
I wish it was that easy, Moose. But, I mean, it is, but like...
It's probably best if we just wait a year or two, and hopefully we'll get it
Yes.
here one day, and then we can just do it here locally.
All right.
On there, but yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll look on there, but yeah, it's just been nuts out there. And again,
So-
like even the Browns actually got they improved the secondary because they got the safety coming from the Rams, John Johnson III.
That's
signed
good.
him.
No,
And
that's
then
good
they
for
got,
them. Yeah, sure.
Tank McKinley, they signed him to a 1-year deal.
Okay.
Not bad. Again,
Yeah.
it's going to help out on the pass rush. And,
Yeah, they'll take what they can get over there.
and
And if they,
it was only a 1-year deal.
Sure,
and
yeah, they could hurt
didn't
nothing.
Guarantee tons of money.
yeah. That's not
So-
bad.
Because really
That's
on
not bad.
offense, they're gonna trade OBJ.
Right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I wonder if he's gone for and they move up and make a splash in the draft and take a skilled position player high. What if you saw something like that?
See, I don't think on offense, I don't see him doing it.
Yeah, I don't either. But
Defense.
what do you do with OBJ unless you get rid of him? Like, they didn't move him.
They got better when he got hurt.
Right. No, I know. They got to move him. I guess my point is when are you going to get more value for him? Now or, as you get closer to the draft?
Just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Watch, he'll end up with, probably with like New England.
Don't fucking cut him. New England won't be able to pay him anyway because they overpaid these other cats. So...
The Bears.
The Bears, yeah, they need a quarterback, and they take OBJ, and all he wants is a quarterback, and they don't have a quarterback because they don't even know what one looks like. Oh, that'd be awesome. I want that just for the drama. Amazing television, yeah, make for amazing television.
Where would OBJ go?
So you know what we didn't?
For perfect TV money? For basic.
Okay, yeah,
entertainment
okay. I love
purposes?
this game. This is a fun game.
Entertainment purposes, just because we want for us to be entertained. Raiders.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Him and Carr with the Gruden effect.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
You thought it was fun with Brown?
Oh, man. Oh, dude, that's so got to be on Hard Knocks. Like, Hard Knocks should just be like that. It should just be like the, it's like, what was that damn show on MTV back in the day? Like, no, yeah, the real world, where they just put all these people together that shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
That's what they should
When
do.
things get real.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the real world is? People have fucking jobs.
Yes.
People pay rent.
All right.
You don't have a damn, huge loft on
My
the Lower
people's-
East Side of New York there. You don't have to pay for it.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. But my point would
I
be
want
that
real world fucking Compton. I want real world fucking Amtrak.
I want real world fucking the Raiders with OBJ.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking, that would be awesome. Yeah, for entertainment purposes, that would be great.
Yes, because it's all about that.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about the stories. I've just always been that way. Anyway, well, who else? Okay, so now we hinted on it a little bit because of the Chicago connection and the quarterback situation, but the rumors of Russell Wilson moving or going anywhere, I think, is silly. But the fact that we didn't mention them yet as making moves, right? Like New England made a shit ton of moves, and you mentioned a bunch of teams off in there, and I didn't hear fucking Seattle doing anything.
Seattle hasn't done shit.
Dude, that's
Indianapolis
problematic though. When you have a quarterback that has been vocal about what's going on, that's problematic. Even Green Bay, even though they just overpaid a running back for no fucking reason, when they never give money any other time.
No.
But I mean, at least they kind of tried. I mean, but it doesn't feel like Seattle's even trying to do anything. And Houston's another one I didn't hear in there. And until they get rid of Huckabee or whatever the hell his name is, who's the guy that's over there? What the fuck's his name? Huckabee. What the fuck did I just say?
They need to sell that team because the ownership on there.
Well, he's got, what's his name? The pastor guy that runs the I can't remember his goddamn name. He's the one that's running the show, and he's a mess. Easterby.
Yes.
I call him Huckabee. Easterby. Whatever. So Easterby, they need to get that guy out of there. He's a freaking mess. And if he's not gone already, then Deshaun Watson's got to go. So when, right? Like that's, I really think that's the issue there. If I had to guess, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So those are the teams that I'm going to be watching next.
Yeah. They said Indy's basically, even though they got like about $40 million of cap space on there, they're sitting.
Ooh, that's another one, Indy.
But they got to pay basically three of their guys like after next year. Darius Leonard's up there. Quentin Martin's up there, another offensive. They're going to have to pay these cats on there.
Why didn't they get in on like the cheap quarterback run, right? Because they had to do that before.
Well, they made
because
that
with
trade
Rivers,
with, Carson Wentz.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On there.
Duh.
And
Oh,
again,
they're never gonna fix him. That's gonna be such a
But then
mess.
they need to add on some receiver help because again, T.Y. Hilton's probably going to sign somewhere else on there.
Right.
On there.
Yeah, they got to do something over there. He isn't gonna just come in and swoop in and save the place.
Yeah,
Fuck.
they'll sign Galladay for like $12 million a year because he fucked up.
Oh, that
Will
would be
Fuller,
silly.
I mean, again, I much as Will Fuller has great, guy's always fucking hurt, so I wouldn't sign him. That's one guy, just one of those ones I just won't sign, even though he does when he plays when he's healthy. He's great. Problem is he's never healthy.
Right. Best
They got their top 10 free agents over there. Javion Clowney. How the hell is he a top 10? Dude, I wouldn't sign him even if it was for $10.
Yeah, I don't know what he's done. Like
He's done nothing in the
last
NFL.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything. I definitely. Well, I know he had some injury issues early, and then he moved, and then he started
Got
to
injured
settle
again,
in.
and then
We started to settle in with somebody for a minute there, but then that
Seattle,
and
and they
then
said, we're not re-signing you.
Right.
And then last year he signs with Tennessee and got hurt and on there. So they're talking about possibly the Raiders or the Ravens maybe because they lost Yannick.
Well, that sounds like a Raider move.
Yeah, he'll go to the Raiders and end up as a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a Raider move, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a Gruden thing. but whatever. So, okay. Anything else we missed there in the free agency?
Yeah, Galladay is the number one free agent that hasn't signed yet.
All right.
Juju Smith-Schuster's up there, but it looks like he might be going with Raiders maybe. Patrick Peterson, dude, a little long in the tooth there for running back. I mean, cornerback-wise, so I don't know about that.
All right.
Alejandro Villanueva looks like he's going to re-sign with the Steelers. Melvin Ingram, yeah, I mean, good player net, but dude's like 31 years old at a pass rusher. I don't know about that.
All right.
Anthony Harris, free safety from Minnesota, on there. And they had Curtis Samuel, but he just signed 10 minutes ago, so we'll see there. So.
Didn't hear any Atlanta Falcons. I didn't hear a few teams.
I know.
So
Matty Ice restructured his deal.
Right, I was just say I was about to say
Major
I know
restructuring on that.
I was just say I know there's a couple of teams that are kind of cap strapped, but if they're reworking a deal with him, then that's a sign that we'll see something out of them later. Yeah. But it'll probably be minimal. I mean, there's some of these teams are just going to get hit with this dropped cap, and so be interesting. That's why I was kind of curious of how New England was able to pull all that off, because they were having cap issues before, and now the cap's
had so many cats on there that freed up on there, so they had all this cap money. It was basically everything kind of came in.
They got some guys back too, so I know they were plagued with that issue.
The defense will be really good next year. I mean, they're going to trade Stephon Gilmore anyways. You know that's going to happen, but offensive wise,
All right. No, I'm with you.
Back.
I'm with you. Yeah. Yep. So we'll see how that all plays out as we get closer to the draft. But I love the NFL free agency. It's like no other sport. The draft is just the same. It's like no other sport. It's just amazing.
The trade CBS just rated the trade with the Rams for Michael Brocker. Lions got an A.
Yeah.
Because they gave him nothing on 2020 and in 2023 7th rounder.
Right.
Who had 5.
Well, for them, they didn't give up anything because
gave up nothing.
Because Stafford's not. That doesn't matter, you know.
No.
So
you gave up a 7th rounder and most of on there, and the Rams were basically looking to free up cap space anyways. But that's what it is they had to get rid of him, and they found a taker with the Lions, and again, it's only like $6 million. He's only like guaranteed like 4.25, and with the incentives like 6.5. But they said they're going to kind of redo his deal there, so we'll see what happens on that. But I have a feeling the same thing too. 4-year deal, 3 of them are voidable, and we'll go from there. But again, good locker room guy, probably going to be the defensive captain this year. So,
yeah,
all right, not bad. And then who else did we sign? J.B. Collins restructured his deal. Jalen Reeves-Maven, they actually re-signed him, but again, $2 million a year, so it's next to nothing. I have a feeling they're going to try to use him more at the linebacker because he was always more of a special teams cat on there.
Right.
And because the other 2 guys on there couldn't cover a fucking wet blanket.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Jared Davis and was terrible, and Christian Jones was terrible. They should have kept Kennard versus Christian Jones.
Sure. All right. I'm with you, Canada, Mike. We would keep the Canadian rules in the XFL. I like some of the XFL rules, though, too. So I'm going to say a hybrid of those rules. And that'd be a fun show, a fun episode to kind of have when there's not a lot going on in the world of sports. But unfortunately, as you can see, there is 1,000,001 things going on. We killed the first hour talking about free agency in the NFL. We still got NBA draft, NHL action, and holy bracket of integrity Batman. Yeah. Moose has got a stack of brackets there. Is that your bracket of integrity on top there?
Bracket of integrity.
And that other one is just
a blank one.
A blank one? Okay, can I look at that while we're going through the bracket?
Absolutely.
So I don't have to have my computer up? Yeah, see, there we go. I can look at all these tournaments and we can go, okay, give me all the 12s over the 5s. I want them all. I want Georgetown over Colorado. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it to break it on there. Yes, because the 12-5 matchup, baby.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's where
We'll
it's
see
at.
about here how the local teams do and everything. We'll get into that.
So lots to get into in the last hour. So buckle up and get ready, Rebels. We will be back for more DSR2.
The Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Party people, this is the original Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, Scrappy here to tell you about That Radio Show. Hang with me as I break down the world of entertainment with great guests, celebrity interviews, awesome games with wonderful prizes. Also, we've got the biggest library of underground hip-hop of any station on the net. You mix in a little stand-up comedy and a text line so your voice can be heard, and you got a pretty good little show. But add listener-controlled programming? Yeah, you heard me. Listener-controlled programming, where you, the listener, can decide what makes it on the air, and now you've got the greatest show ever created. So join my show, your show, our show, the people's show, That Radio Show, each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, only here on Studio 57 Radio.
Hey everybody, this is your boy Big D, here to tell you about Mark for Life Tattoos. Guys, this place is the cleanest, most laid-back studio in Metro Detroit, and the artists are top-notch. And if you're like me from the D, you need to stop in on Fridays for that D-Day and get your old English D for only $20. Not interested in tattoos? Mark for Life does body piercings. Mark for Life is located at 22533 Van Dyke in Warren. And the guys are there 7 days a week from noon to 9. So give them a call at 757-2222. That's 586-757-2222. Tell them Studio 57 sent you and get 20% off. So what are you waiting for? Call them now.
Hey everybody, Smokey here to tell you about Allstate Tire. With winter fast approaching, the most important thing between you and the road is your tires. So don't put your safety in just anybody's hands. Go to Allstate Tire. With new and quality used tires available, you can trust Allstate Tire for all your tire needs. You can visit them at 14208 9 Mile Road in Warren, or give them a call at 586-779-8759. Allstate Tire, your source for quality new and used tires.
What's happening, everybody? Scrappy here to tell you about Love and Life Club. Love and Life Club is a social networking club that's located at 19960 James Cousins. That's the Lodge Service Drive between 7 and 8 Mile Road in the D. You need to stop in for $5 Fridays for great music, food, and drinks. I personally recommend the chicken. Love and Life Club is also available for rental for bachelor parties, wedding receptions, or any party for that matter. For more information, log on to www.loveandlifeclub.com. That's loveandlifeclub.com, or call D at 313-999-2824. That's 313-999-2824. That's Love and Life Club. If you love and life, you need to be in the club.
We are taking over this broadcast for the ultimate underground.
Studio 57 Radio Original. You know, when you hear that sound, you're gonna have a good time, because that's the sound of the ultimate underground. Live concert webcast from the Detroit area. We go to the most famous, or should I say, infamous venues in the D, and bring the underground music scene from the streets to your computer like nobody else can. There's only one catch. You never know when and where the ultimate underground is going to take over a broadcast. So you need to stay tuned to Studio 57 Radio all day, every day, with clues on when and where the next ultimate underground may happen. Now there's no other station on the net that's going to give you this live webcast of some of the hottest artists in the deep. That's the Ultimate Underground live on your home for hip-hop, rock and metal, Studio 57 Radio, baby.
Goodbye.
You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets.
Studio 57 is a 32-track digital recording studio that utilizes Cool Edit, Logic Pro, Shure, AKG, Sennheiser, Yamaha, Korg, Mackie, Boss, Ibanez, Fender, Fruity Loops, and many, many more to make your music pop. Experienced and friendly engineers make Studio 57 feel like you're home away from home. With beat creation, mixing, mastering, digital media conversion, and DJs for any event, Studio 57 Records is your one-stop shop for all your music entertainment needs. We have online bill pay and flexible payment schedules. That makes Studio 57 the place to be. For more information, visit Studio57records.com. That's www.studio57records.com. Or call us at 586-420-3390. That's 586-420-3390. Or log on to Studio57records.com. Just remember one thing, baby.
You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets. You get what you want, cause we got what you need. Studio 57, serving streets of the D. Recording, mixing, mastering, or great beats. We do what we do to keep you hot on the streets.
Party people, this is the original Doc Ice, and you are definitely listening to Studio 57 Radio. And if Studio 57 Radio isn't on, then your radio ain't really on. Check that.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B. Studio 57 Radio. Welcome back, Rebels! Thank you for hanging with us. We're back. We killed that NFL free agency like a mofo. Now we'll move on. Little NBA, we'll touch a little NHL, but it's all about the bracketology. Get your old bracket of integrity. Get it together. Make your bold proclamations here, because we ain't listening to it next week. Because once it's going down, it's going down. So you got to say something here. So let's get this thing rolling with hour 2 of DSR2. Text lines available for you. Of course, social media and Studio57Radio.com. Let's get after it. Without further ado, let's do what we do with DSR2 with hour 2. Johnny the Moose.
Hey, we're back here for our second hour of DSR2 on this glorious Wednesday here in the D. It was up in the 50s. It was shiny. It was a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. If you went to the bar, I hope you're wearing a mask. I hope you got your shots already because, oh, my God.
Have you seen the numbers here? We went up 53% from last week. They ain't wearing shit.
No.
What it is, it's the capacity rules are completely, ignored. So be safe out there. If you can get... Hey, guess what, guys? If you're in the Mitten... If you're in Michigan, I don't know how you are nationally, but in Michigan, y'all can make an appointment for the shot.
Yes.
You can get it now if you're over 16. That's it. Only requirement, 16 and up. Get your dang-do shot. then you can go to the bar all you want.
Yeah.
Drink all the green beer you want, and everything will be good. But be safe while you're out there. I hope you're. But it is a better St. Patty's Day than last year.
Yeah. Look, it's hard not to be.
So we can look at it like that. I'm trying to be the optimist, Moose. I'm trying to be the optimist. Come on now. All right, yeah, like I said earlier, we broke down some NFL free agency, it's all about college basketball and the NCAA tournament and the play-in game scenario. Moose, how are you feeling about it now that we've had these play-in games for a little bit?
I still can't stand it.
You haven't warmed up to
No.
Okay.
It don't, you know what? And say, oh, we made the tournament. We're in a play-in game. No, you didn't make the play-in tournament. You're in a play-in game. If you win, you make the tournament. If you didn't, guess what? You might as well went to the fucking NIT. God, again, the whole thing is about this whole, we're in a, no, you're not. Don't give me this shit about Izzo made his 23rd straight tournament. All bullshit. Unless he beats UCLA, he didn't make dick.
So if Appalachian State, they can't, if they get run by, they can't.
If Appalachian State gets run by Norfolk, guess what? They didn't make the tournament. Well, if they win.
But I see them on my bracket.
I don't. I see the winner of them on the, basically they got the slash. I don't see the brackets for the extended play-in games. I see 64 games. That's all I see. Thus, if you're on the goddamn sheet here, then you're in. If you're on, basically, if you lose tomorrow night, then you're not on the damn bracket. Thus, you didn't make the fucking tournament. Might as well stay the fuck home. There, my rant about the play. It's wonderful and whatever, but don't give me this shit. Oh, we made the bracket. No, on there. I mean, they're all bitch about, well, why is State on the play-in game and not Syracuse on there? Wham. We beat 3 top 5 teams on there in the last 2 weeks of the season. Great. You also lost to fucking Rutgers, and you got housed twice in 10 days by Maryland, and you lost to fucking Minnesota earlier in the season, too. Maybe don't lose those fucking games.
Here, I'm gonna get you. Okay, so you brought up something, and I'm gonna get a little scrappy Damas on my thing before we get it too far into it. Okay, because there we go. Because you gotta call your shot early. So, complaining about how is MSU in the play-in game and not Syracuse? Now they're in, right? Cuse is just in. And I'm going to tell you something about Syracuse. And I'm going to tell you something about that position at, what is that, 11?
Yeah.
These cats are going to the Elite 8.
Hughes?
Watch. At least the Sweet 16. But watch. Because you have an 11 in the Sweet 16 every year for the last 5 fucking years. So they're going to at least go to the Sweet 16. Watch. There's going to be an 11 who's going to do it. So who do you think it's going to be? They think it's going to be Cuse. That's why they're in.
That's why they made it.
That's why they're in, and they're not playing the play-in game, motherfucker. But look at it. Break down the analytics. We're going to get into this, guys. But I already got Moose's wheels turning. Look at it, Moose. See, I want to get you fired up. I want to get you looking. I want to get you thinking, because this is more your thing. I just find like things like I'm like the I'm the idiot savant. I'm the autistic son, and I would say it's
basically of the 2 that didn't have the play-in of the 11 matchups on there. Hughes is not a bad pick on there. You know what? Utah State's also not a bad one to come out of that, to beating Texas Tech and getting at least to the second round, because I get feeling like that one they're going to get housed by whoever they play. Same thing with Syracuse. They'll probably have to play West Virginia in the second round, and they'll get housed. West Virginia's really good on there. But we'll get on there. But yeah, we'll have to talk about the damn play-in games, because on there, Drake and Wichita State. Drake is a 1.5 point dog over the Shockers of Wichita State on there.
Shockers, like the Wes Craven movie?
Yes.
Their mascot
not the other shocker that you hear about that happens in locker rooms on a regular basis.
Okay. So their mascot is a serial killer on death row. I love it. I'm all about it.
On there. So we got on there. I think that That's a toss-up. I mean, really, I was on that one. I would almost say is... You know what I would almost say is Drake might pull the upset over Wichita State, get there, and then they'll get smoked because they're going to play USC on there. USC's not that good on there.
Right, but
they'll get on there. Appalachian State versus Norfolk on there. Appalachian State's a 3-point favorite. I see them beating Norfolk on there.
sure.
And then they'll get housed. UCLA, let's see. Oh, yeah. Texas Southern versus Mount St. Mary's on there. I think Texas Southern's going to win this one. On that one, they're a 1-point favorite. I think it's a football game. UCLA, Michigan State in Mackey Arena. They're in West Lafayette. Michigan State's personal house of horrors on there.
Yeah.
State's a 2-point favorite. I think UCLA's going to win.
Yeah, yikes.
It's just, if it was any other damn freaking site,
Right.
I say Sparty could win this one on that one. But I think Sparty's going to lose. Why? Because it's at Mackey. They
Sure.
always lose at fucking Mackey. Doesn't matter what year. I mean, they could be like undefeated. They go in to play Purdue, who could be like 5 games under 500, and Purdue will end up fucking winning. On that. I mean, it's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. I was trying to get some notes.
Bastards.
I get my dango pen died on me.
But yeah, this is going to be a crazy year on there with eyes on there. I mean, the key is can Gonzaga pull Indiana 1976 and finish the season undefeated and go on there?
That's such a tall task. So
it is a tall task.
To me, I know that they've been the talk and they've been above and beyond everybody all year long and all that. But
the one hell, I mean,
it's still,
they would
that's
be
still a tall
undefeated if
task.
they played any. Normally they play a really good non-conference, but this year with COVID, they couldn't play the guys they would normally play on there, and that's where you see they're undefeated because they are by far. It wasn't even close on how much better they were than everybody else in that conference. They've got pretty much everything on there for team-wise. Is they've got guards that can play, good-sized guards, and they've got bigs. They got bigs like nobody's got bigs on there because they pull these cats from like Lithuania and Estonia that are like 7-foot monsters out there that actually can handle the ball and everything and do it all on there. And plus, Mark Few's a damn good coach. Personally, I think this just happens to be, this is going to be Gonzaga's year on there because they couldn't play last year. I thought they were one of the best teams out there last year, along with Michigan State, but I do like them on there. So we're going to go by, we're going to just do the first 2 rounds on there because it's crazy and we on there. So
exactly.
on there, and if everybody wants to chime in on who they want, who's their picks to get, make their spark, Scrappy Damas picks on there, who's going to get to the Final Four, feel free on that. But the first round matchup is Appalachian State and Norfolk versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga wins by 20. At least on that one. I like that. Also, we got Oklahoma versus Missouri, an 8-9 matchup on it. And again, flip of the coin, 8-9. Actually, believe it or not, 9s have a winning record versus 8s lifetime in the tournament. I got Oklahoma beating Missouri on that one. I just think that's going to happen. We got a 5-12 matchup, Creighton versus University of California, Santa Barbara at the 12 seed. And here it is, UCSB, the Bananas or whatever on there from Santa Barbara, will upset Creighton on there. Creighton's hurting on there. They're a little on there. There's a lot of turmoil. Why? Because their coach basically said, don't leave the plantation. Stay on the plantation. Trust me, he's kind of lost the locker room maybe.
Well,
So,
we're going to find out. They are 5, but we did talk about the 12-5 matchups.
it always happens. This
it
is
always
going to be
happens.
on.
That-
I
that-
got
that
2
could be one.
12-5 matchups on there.
So
They're
do I.
going to be the 12 winning on
Yep.
that.
I'm
This
with
is
you.
the first one on that.
Yep.
We got a 4 versus 13, Virginia versus Ohio. I think the Cavaliers are going to
Yep.
beat the Bobcats. So
Yep.
we got there. Wichita Drake winner plays in USC on it.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I think USC wins
Yep.
it, but they're not going to go far after that. Kansas versus East Washington. Kansas is going to win.
Yep.
Kansas is actually playing pretty good. No matter how far Kansas goes, they get to a Final Four, whatever. Trust me, they're going to have to take the banner down because they're going to get popped.
Right.
Because the FBI is still investigating Bill Self. We got Oregon versus VCU on that one. I think it's a tough matchup. I'm going to just go with Oregon. I
Yep.
think they're going to squeak it out on there in the West on it.
Well, I think Oregon's a tough out regardless. So
Yeah.
I know they'll lose to, I would get ahead of myself, and probably lose to Iowa in the next one.
Yeah, I
round.
got Iowa versus Grand Canyon on there.
But I think that they'll give Iowa a little bit of sweat in there in the first half. So They are a tough out.
I do, and I
regardless,
think
so.
Luka Garza will just wear him down because he's a monster.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying in the first half.
On there. So we got that. Michigan in the we're going to go to the East now.
Yep.
Michigan number 1 seed. They're facing Mount St. Mary's and Texas
Doesn't
Southern
matter.
winner on that one.
Doesn't
Michigan's
matter.
going to win that one. Hurts what Michigan is because they lost Levers out for the tournament with a stress fracture.
Yeah.
That hurts them. Otherwise, I'd probably have them as a Final Four team.
Yep.
They could still squeak in there. They got to get Brooks has got to play out of his mind. Wagner's got to play outstanding,
Sure.
and they got to use Dickinson. Dickinson cannot get in foul trouble and dominate the low post under because he's a mismatch pretty much for everybody in the NCAA right now.
All right.
We got LSU, St. Bonaventure on there. I think there's a flip on that one because I'm not sure what. Even though LSU played great in the SEC tournament, LSU can also look like crap on there.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you're only as good as your last game, so that's kind
The
of.
Bonnies did win their tournament on there, but I do believe I'm going to take LSU winning
Okay.
this one on that one.
Yep.
And then we got another 5-12 matchup.
Yep.
Colorado versus Georgetown. Georgetown won the Big East, and they're going to beat Colorado.
Yep. Yeah, I talked about that's how I started this whole thing. Was the 12-5? I think this is it. This is a chance. With the whole Patrick Ewing stuff aside.
First of all, how the hell do you not know who Patrick Ewing is if you work at Madison Square Garden? Seriously.
That whole scenario, it's
Of
embarrassing.
course it is it has to be the Garden.
It is.
It's another aspect of the whole James Dolan
It
regime.
is the most embarrassing thing, no matter how you slice it. If you slice it in a way that, oh, you didn't recognize him, how embarrassing is that? He's like the legend of all legends of that fucking building. And then if you slice it the way that, it looks, that's even worse.
Yes.
So this is just embarrassing all the way around. It's just terrible.
I mean, how many 7-foot guy are we?
I mean, dude, it's like King
He's
Kong
Patrick
walking down the
Ewing.
street.
How can you not recognize Patrick Ewing? Granted, I call him the most overrated center to ever play the game
Sure.
because he never won anything. He only won one NCAA title. Granted, I'll give him a little breather on the first one because he lost to North Carolina because it was North Carolina. I mean, come on, I got to play point and got double-digit dimes on that team
Nice.
because again, you had Worthy, Perkins, and
Right.
some freshman nobody ever heard of. I don't know. Who get this cat named Michael Jordan.
Yeah, whoever this guy was.
And then they lost to Villanova in '85. So yeah, I mean, on that. So we got and then we got Florida State versus UNC Greenboro. Florida State could be one of those one teams to keep an eye out. They're a 4th seed on there. They're going to take care of UNC Green on there. But Florida State could be that one too. They're athletic. They're big. They were by far the best team in the AC or the ACC this year.
Right.
We'll see what happens there on there. But on that, BYU versus the winner of Michigan State UCLA. BYU. I mean, come on. I mean, on there. Don't give me this.
Yeah.
Well, they're Mormons. They don't know, but yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, on there. Texas versus Abilene Christian. Texas. On there, I got Texas winning that one. UConn versus Maryland. There's another two. I think Maryland's played pretty good ball on there.
Damn.
But UConn be one of those teams too. Like, oh crap, this is UConn. Bobby Hurley's coaching that team now, so we'll see what they can do on there. And then we got Alabama versus Ionia. Normally I would say I can't stand Alabama, but they're playing Ionia, and we all know who's coaching Ionia.
Yeah.
Rick Pitino, the scumbag. So go Tide.
Yeah, well, it's the easy one.
Just for personal preference.
Yes.
All right, we jump over to the south on there. We got Hartford versus Baylor on that one. This is pretty much a no-brainer.
Yep.
Hartford is going to lose.
Yep.
North Carolina versus Wisconsin. Carolina's actually been playing pretty good ball of
Yep.
late in the tournament, so
Sure.
give me NC. And then we got Villanova versus Winthrop. I'd almost say this could be one of those dangerous ones on there where Winthrop at the 12 can upset Villanova at the 5 because Villanova lost their best player for the tournament with a torn ACL on there, but I still think they're going to beat Winthrop, and then they'll be done there. Purdue playing North Texas. Purdue's going to win that one there, the
Yep.
4th versus 13.
Oh.
Texas Tech versus Utah State. I think Texas Tech's going to pull it out on there, but again, Utah State's for
a tough
11-1.
out.
It could be one of
Yeah.
those dangerous teams
Sure.
to watch on there. Arkansas at the 3 versus Colgate at the 14. Give me
No.
Arkansas.
Yeah, all day.
On that, Florida at 7 versus Vatech. This could be a 7-10 matchup
Yep.
on there because Vatech's played okay
played
on there.
great, yeah,
but I
thought
think
they played
Florida's
good.
going to sneak it out on there on it.
Yeah,
And then
I wouldn't be surprised that, we'll watch that 7-10 right there. I think Vautech could
and then we
steal
got
that game.
Ohio State 2 versus Oral Roberts at 15. I got Buckeyes.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, then we jump to the Midwest on there. Illinois, the number 1 seed there. I think they're the number 2 seed overall. They're facing Drexel.
Yeah.
Go Illini there.
Whatever.
Loyola, Chicago versus Georgia Tech, 8-9. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but Sister Jean's in the stand, so, 101 years old.
Yeah, the whole
Loyola.
story. I don't even want that. I just want Georgia Tech to win just because of that.
Well,
How about that?
again, don't worry. I mean, Loyola will win, but they're not going to go any much farther after that.
I know.
Tennessee versus Oregon State on there. I got Tennessee winning this one. Oregon State's terrible.
Yeah.
On there, even though they're a 12-5 matchup, I think Tennessee's going.
That's not the 12-5.
Oklahoma versus Liberty. Oklahoma 4, Liberty at 13.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Give me the Sooners. I'm not going to vote for any Bible Belt freaking.
Well, it doesn't matter. They got it. Now, if there's ever a 6-11 scenario, this is the one. I'm telling you.
San Diego State versus.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you should put your money on it, but if you're a risky business, there is every year we get an 11 that makes that Sweet 16.
Yes.
So.
This could be one of them.
This could be one of them.
I'm going to say San Diego State because it's just personally I don't like Jim Boeheim.
Well, you see, you're picking this for the wrong reasons. This is why
I'm
Carol in fucking
channeling a
accounting
little bit
whoops
of the
your
bottom,
ass.
yeah.
This is why Carol in accounting whoops your ass with her stupid jersey method.
San Diego State's got better jerseys than the Qs. I mean, come on, they're the
Right, exactly. See, that's my
San Diego
point.
State.
See, there you go. You're doing it back. You're doing it
San
backwards.
Diego State. They probably got them to the Final Four.
Yeah.
On there, getting the on there. So we got West Virginia number 3 versus Morehead State. I got West Virginia winning that one. West Virginia is one of those teams too that can make a little bit. They're going to make a run there in this
Sure.
tournament. On there, Clemson 7 over Rutgers on there. I'm going to just root for. This is on there, even though Rutgers is a 10 seed on it, and I think Clemson's going to sneak one out. I think it's going to be tighter than we think on there.
I think that could be a good game actually,
Yeah.
just because it'll be that tight.
And then Houston versus Cleveland State. Houston's going to smoke Cleveland
absolutely.
State on there.
That wouldn't even
I
be-
was hoping that would bend the Oakland University on there, but they didn't make it on there.
So.
All right. So we go in there. That's rounds on Friday and Saturday, and then we got basically on there. That's Sunday and Monday because we actually got Monday games because of the tournament weirdness on there.
Right.
Which is, I guess I may have to just. Oh wait, I don't have to work on. I mean, I have to work on Monday. I know where I'm going to be in front of my TV.
In front of that TV. Well, nowadays you can put the games on your
I'll
phone
have
and
the TV,
tablet.
the
all
laptop,
that.
the tablet, the phone. I'll be watching 4 games at
I'm
once.
telling you.
And she'll say, "Well, I want to watch Law and Order. It's reruns. Leave me alone."
I can put I think I could put 4 on just one TV. So.
I got the on there, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 4 that you can put on there. And if you guys want to get hooked up with that, studio57radio@gmail.com will hook you up with the
4
IPTV.
games on one. I mean, they got 4 games going at any one time, so that's perfect. 4 games. Boop, 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 boop.
Yep. Yeah, that's and then you just flip over to the audio you want. It's
Thank
perfect.
God CBS is not controlling it, so we don't have to hear Dick Vitale. God, why did he just die?
Well, and he's doing shit remotely now. Because everybody's doing shit remotely when they're calling these games. So just basically sitting in their house watching the game and calling it off the TV screen. And there's like a delay between the two guys calling the game.
Yeah, there's a delay,
and
but
he's so horrible at
Yeah,
it.
because he's pulling shit up from 40
Oh,
fucking years
my
ago.
God.
It's like 1979. No, because 1979 didn't have the 3-point line, you fucking tool.
And he does all this crazy shit, and it's as bad as it is in person. It's even worse when he's in remote because because of the delay.
I mean,
it's so brutal.
I feel sorry because Lee Corso had the stroke in there, but Jesus fucking Christ, he hadn't had a stroke and why on it. All right, so we go round to the round of 32.
Oh shit!
I've got Gonzaga versus Oklahoma on that one. 1 versus 8. I got Gonzaga winning.
Yep, I'm with you.
Cal Santa Barbara versus Virginia. 12-4 matchup. So much for the Cinderella story. Give me the Cavaliers.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little on the the fence with that whole situation, but it's still Cavaliers are going to get by that round. So I'm with you.
USC versus Kansas one on it. I think Kansas is going to pull that one out on there.
Yep.
Oregon versus Iowa. I think Iowa's going to
Yep.
take care of on
Yep,
that.
but I think Oregon's gonna.
I
don't
think
think
they're
gonna
gonna
take
tough
care of
out
them.
on there.
I
Yeah,
think
this
Oregon's
could-
gonna give them a run, man. Like I just Oregon is a tough out.
And
And God, to be happy they don't have to play on that ugly ass floor.
I like the Oregon floor.
The one that looks like a pixelated fucking tree.
Yes.
It's horrible.
I like it.
It is the most hideous thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh.
I like it.
Holy shit. I feel like I had a seizure and woke up in a fucking video game. And not even like a good one, like back one in 19, like a Nintendo, an 8-bit video game. Jesus.
No Mario Kart on there. It was like
You know what it looks like? It looks like my fucking Windows 95 like freaked out and fucking pixelated
like
and fucked
the-
up.
I
You know,
like the Oregon
it looks like
floor.
my satellite TV when the storm comes in.
Oh, come on. I like the tree and the forest and all that.
It doesn't even look like a tree in a forest. It looks like the Doppler.
Well, you can't put it. They just had to make it like a shadow on it.
It looks like Doppler radar on there. It's like
I don't care. I
It's
freaking like
stupid.
it. Believe me. So it doesn't matter because Iowa's going to win anyways.
Yeah,
All right, so
anyway.
Michigan versus LSU. Again, now it's going to be basically the good of yells two maybe showed up at Saints Bonaventure, but then the bad one's still going to show up in Michigan.
Yeah.
I got Michigan winning that
yeah, I
one
do,
there.
yep.
Georgetown versus Florida State. I really want to pick Georgetown, but I don't. I think
You
Florida
can't,
State
yeah.
on this one.
Yep.
BYU versus Texas. I got Texas winning.
Yep. BYU's going to run them hard though.
Yes, they are.
They're good.
They're going to be
They're
good
gonna run
on
them
that
hard,
one.
yep.
I mean, that's going to be one of the better games of the second round to
Yep,
watch.
Yep. I agree.
UConn versus Bama. Thus ends the Huskies on
Yep,
there. Give me
yep.
the Go Tide. Baylor versus North Carolina.
Oh, dude, Baylor's got them. I'm sorry.
I think Baylor's got them on it, even
Yeah.
though North Carolina's played really
they're
good. ball
playing good,
in
but
the-
it'll be too
lately.
much. Yep.
Villanova versus Purdue. Purdue's going to win it because Villanova. I mean, if Villanova
It
could have been
didn't
one of
lose
those
home.
teams.
Yeah, if you didn't lose homeboy out there,
You didn't lose homeboy. This was a
This is
Villanova
good,
team
yep.
that go to the Final Four.
Sure, yep.
I mean, this could be Jay Wright's. Could have been Jay Wright's third championship. If Jay Wright would have got that third championship, then he just shoots up into the upper echelon. His best coach might be the best coach coaching right now, acting
Right.
coach, because this would be like his third title in like 6 years.
Yeah, yeah.
On there. So unfortunately, that happens. I think Arkansas is going to take care of Texas Tech. Florida versus Ohio State.
I like Ohio State.
I
I'm
like
sorry
Ohio
because
State
they've
on
been
that
battle tested. The Big Ten is murderers row,
Big
and
Ten
I
is the
think
best conference
and as
in
long
the-
barring any injury or anything crazy, I like them.
All right, we got Illinois versus Loyola Chicago. Sister Jean, might as well go fucking home because you're going to lose.
Yeah, that'll be the end of that
Illinois
run.
is really good.
Yeah.
Tennessee versus Oklahoma on that one. I think Oklahoma barely squeaks it out.
Yeah,
But I would be
that's
surprised
definitely
if-
a pick 'em.
That's a flip of the coin.
Yep.
San Diego State versus West Virginia. I think West Virginia is going to house them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. West Virginia's played really good this year.
And then
I
Clemson
agree.
versus Houston on that.
Yeah.
I got Houston winning that
Yeah.
on there. So again, we're only going through the first two rounds
Yeah.
on there, but I will tell
'Cause
you
you-
my final four. And me being a Michigan slappy, I don't have Michigan in the final four.
Well, not after.
And after Livers is out.
Yep.
So I got Gonzaga, Alabama, Illinois, Baylor. And then my final game is Gonzaga versus Illinois. Gonzaga winning by 7, 91-84.
Yeah, I can't be mad at you.
Gonzaga is that team that can consistently get into the mid-upper 80s without a hitch.
Yeah, I like everything you got going except for your national champion. I don't think Gonzaga is going to do it all. I think they're going to die. I think they will run out of steam. I really do. We see it all the time. How often have we seen someone run the table?
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen it since '76, and
So that's my
the
point.
next closest one was UNLV, and they lost in the Siege Regional Finals to Duke that year.
Right.
Because Duke, no.
It's too
UNLV
easy. The way we laid this out and how we did that was too easy, Moose. We know how this works year in and year out. That was too fucking easy. I just got lured into the trap, and now I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm in the trap. I got caught in the trap. I'm dead meat. We got caught in the trap. That was too easy. So I'm with you, but I like Illinois to take it all. So I'm with you.
Illinois would not. I wouldn't be surprised if Illinois does pull it off.
You know,
they are the second best team out there on there, and probably is the more battle tested.
Yep.
Because they came in, they came into Michigan, or they played Michigan and destroyed Michigan without their best player.
Right. I know. I watched the game, going, "What the hell happened? What happened here?" Yeah. No, I know. That's why I've been sandbagging that one, because I watched that game, and that was all I needed to see at that point, because they did it when they needed to, and they did it without their guy, and I haven't seen any team that actually, and they're playing legit competition, like you said, battle tested. I like them over the Zags. I think that's going to be the upset, where everybody thinks the Zags are going to go all the way, and I talked about it in the even in the intro. I didn't believe that, and I don't. So I'm going to stay consistent. So the brackets of integrity are there. Moose, we only got a couple of different ones here and there through the rounds. Nothing significant. We pretty much matched up. I'm sure we'll find a couple others if we went through the whole thing. But having our Final Four and actually our championship game the same, this will be fun, because now it's going to be me versus you in the rooting thing for bragging rights when it comes to if both those teams make it. So this will be a fun year, because, Moose, we typically have a different look to our brackets, and very rarely do we get a situation where we both have the same final and opposite winners. So I'm hoping that we're right, so that we can
right to the final.
Yeah, so that we can. Yeah, so that whoever
and Barb from accounting can suck it.
Yeah, that would be nice. Well, I would rather, us having some friendly competition and banter and goofing with each other back and forth, regardless of who turns out to have it, but that we're having that conversation instead of Barb from accounting. So.
I won again.
I won again. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys do well with your brackets as well.
I mean, especially this first round. Plus side is the first round is the Big Ten. The first two rounds, the Big Ten should do really well there, because they've pretty much been in Indianapolis for 2 weeks now.
Right. Well, I think this too with this bracket, besides the COVID kind of weirdness, you're having injury issues on some pretty significant players on a couple of teams. So.
That was just the one player Michigan could not afford to lose.
Right, and then I think the loss of what's his name over there, it's going to be an issue too in the other bracket we were talking earlier. So anyway, thank you. So I think they'll, So yeah, it's going to be, like I said, this was too easy to kind of run through it. So I feel like we've been lured into the trap, and there will be something else. It'll blow us up. Our brackets get blown up in the first 20 minutes of every fucking tournament, Moose. Let's be real about this.
Yes.
So we have all these high hopes, and we're talking all this trash, but the bottom line is, if we put these brackets of integrity up on our Facebook page, there'll be nothing to fucking show, because there'll be fucking red marks everywhere. It'll be fucked.
Bullshit.
It'll be fucking bullshit. We just have a picture of Barb from accounting laughing at us.
So we'll look at that. I mean, thank God I'm actually,
Excuse
me.
me.
See. I'll be watching some serious basketball
I did hit the
action
burp
going
button.
on this weekend. So I'll probably, it's actually here is locally. It's supposed to be gorgeous here Saturday, Sunday. So I may just have to have the outside with the damn phone and everything.
Oh, I'm telling you.
So let's see. A little NBA action here. Philly was winning most of the game, and lo and behold, with 0.4 seconds left, they're actually tied. Ooh, they just tied. They were down by 3. Somebody hit a 3-pointer. No Embiid, and they're taking Milwaukee to the damn limit there.
Oh, that's the game. That's the game of the night right there.
That's on ESPN.
Yeah.
Detroit's taking care of Toronto. Well, it is Toronto.
Well, but you're talking about
like
Detroit.
The second time in a row.
But you're talking about Detroit, though. Detroit's not anything either, man.
You know what,
and Canada might don't get mad. I'm just saying, like,
Detroit's terrible under.
Yeah.
But somehow this is like the second.
Well, we got like their number, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's one of those things. It's like, God damn it. Every time they try to get a little steam, somebody has their number, and it seems to be Detroit.
So supposedly Boston offered like multiple first rounders for Grant for the Pistons, but they're like late first rounders, and the Pistons are like, no, we're not giving up a player that we got really pretty decent signing to.
Yeah.
4 years, under $20 million a year.
Well,
And you're giving us like late first rounders? No.
No, because that's the whole thing with the NBA. It's not like the NFL where you've got like 7 rounds and all this talent pool to choose from. You've got 2 rounds, and then you're looking at D-League and unsigned free agents and overseas and trying to do stuff there. And there just isn't a huge talent pool in the draft. There just really isn't. It's not not in comparison to like the NFL draft. So, yeah, I got a guy like that locked down. I'm not trading him away for a pick.
Yeah.
Not in the NBA.
No.
It's not like in the NFL where you want to get the next cheap guy. In the NBA, you need players.
You still need players
Yeah.
out there. And dude's been balling, and no, I'm not going to make that move there for that.
Yep.
No, not for what's down there. What else is going on now as well?
We got a couple of games, I
Got
thought.
a couple games on there. The Pistons are winning on there, beating the Raptors. Nets are beating the Pacers. That's not a shocker.
No.
Kings and the Wizards. Kings are up by 2.
While the Kings are up on anybody, they'll lose that game. It don't matter. They just crumble.
Yeah. Well, there's all
Well, the referees aren't very nice to them
7
either.
seconds left, so they're going to win that one.
No, they're not. Watch.
Wizards timeout, so you think they're going to get it?
Yeah.
Get a 3! Celtics, Cavaliers. Cavaliers are beating up on the Celtics.
What in the fuck happened to the Celtics? Jesus Christ! How do you have some of the talent you have on that team, and this guy, the coach, still gets a pass? I mean, I know Stevens has been great for a long time.
Well, again, how does Danny Ainge get
But-
a fucking pass? Because you basically kept ponying off. Ooh, I'm going to get more, fun money coupons on there. Great. You got 3 first-rounders this year, but, dude, what the hell? Do something with them.
Right.
He has, other than Tatum and Brown, he's not drafted well at all.
Right.
He got lucky because
Sure.
Philadelphia took Fultz,
Right.
and they should have took Tatum. Warriors are basically taking the Rockets out to the woodshed, 74-59 in the third. And that's after the Rockets have gone on a 15-6 run to start the second half, and they're still bound by 16. Then we got Nuggets, Hornets. Hornets are down by 3. Grizzlies, Heat. Grizzlies are up by 4. And later tonight we got Clippers and Mavericks on there.
Oh, that should be a fun game.
And again, shout out to former longtime Maverick and former BYU Sean Bradley. Was in an auto accident. He's paralyzed.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so that's not.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, let's see what the box score is. Let's see what Steph has done so far into this game.
Oh, yeah.
And then Damian Lillard last night,
Oh, my goodness.
down by 17 with 6 minutes left, and they fucking come back and win. He goes off for 20 points in the last quarter and goes for 50. You're down by 17. I got this.
Oh. He did it in the bubble, and we talked about it. He was playing like that in the bubble, and he did stuff last year. I wanted to see him continue to do that, and it's dude's amazing, man. Dude is absolutely amazing. That's the new breed of baller, man. They got the handles, they got the outside shot from everywhere, and they can just when they get hot, you just can't stop them.
I always love
And I just love the way he plays, man. It's fun to watch him play. And you know why it's fun to watch him play? Because you can do that, right? Like if you were a kid and you're watching a guy that's your size, that's not huge, and he's not doing all these flashy dunks and muscling guys down. He's just dribbling the ball and making these sweet jump shots all in people's grills that are twice his size. Like that appeals to you as a young man. So, as a young fan, so I like it. I think it's very cool. I like his game because, once again, to me it gets down to the character and the story and the thing, and that's what I love. He's got all the character, he's got all the fire, he's got all that going on there, and then he's always in the middle of the story, whatever the story is for that game or for that week or for that day or for whatever. He's always the story. So. Yep, love his game. Absolutely love his game.
So yeah,
he's cold-hearted as shit.
Yep.
I love
Curry, let's see. Curry's only got 15 points. He's 1 for 8 from 3-point land, so he's not having a good night shooting.
No.
But he's got 8 dimes, 15 points. Draymond's he's got 13 points, 9 boards, 10 assists. Wiggins has actually got 17 points. He's 3 for 5 from downtown. And then Aubrey has got 14 points. And then off the bench, Jordan Poole, former Michigander, got 15 points.
All right.
And then 4 for 6 from downtown.
Okay.
All right, so there we go.
I see you.
On that, but yeah, I mean, as we said, is Golden State. I don't think anybody's going to want to play them come.
No, playoff time. That's the whole thing, man. Especially with a team that can shoot. Like, you can get caught up. Like, that's the whole thing. That's why I wish Clay was able to come back this year, man. God.
If Clay would have not have torn his Achilles on there,
Right.
Yeah, Golden State would be like.
I mean, because when you just have the capability of they just catch up so fast.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking about Dame Lillard and the Trailblazers doing it because, if you could chuck up threes that quick, if I'm getting 3 points 5 seconds into the shot clock, I mean, you're just destroying cats over time. I mean, I don't know. So it's hard to combat that, and the fact that they can come back and no lead is safe. That's the one thing. I don't care what all these old timers want to talk about the NBA or whatever, dude. There is no lead that is safe anymore. I love it. That's the best thing about it because ain't nobody playing defense, so you might as well have that.
So Miami last week went from like a 7th seed or something like that, 8th seed on there to the 4th seed on there. They're 9-1 in their last 10.
10 games, yeah.
Bucks are 9-1 their last 10. Nets are 9-1 their last 10. Philly's 8-2. So and even
the top of the East is rocking.
Charlotte is 7-3.
Wow. Yeah, the top of the East though is finally starting to pull it together.
Yeah.
Because they did not look good. We were talking about before. It's like, wait a minute. How did last year were we talking about how it finally felt like the East is starting to stack up at least at the top 4 or 5, and with the West, and then all of a sudden nothing, but shoot, I mean, if you look over at the West, did you think that the 2 LA teams would be 3 and 4 and not 1 and 2?
No. And again, the Clippers are 4-6 their last 10. Lakers are 5-5. Phoenix is 8-2. Utah is 5-5.
Right.
But the Nuggets are 7-3. Portland's 5-5. And San Antonio's 5-5. And the Mavericks are 7-3. And again, San Antonio's looking to get rid of what's his LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh wow, yeah.
They're going to part ways with him. And again,
Just let him go.
Lakers,
yeah.
Make a trade because you need Davis is still out.
Yep. You figure something out.
And Brooklyn's doing this without KD because he's out with the hammy.
I know.
Well,
dude, they do it with just Harden. Yeah, just Harden. They get it done. It's like, man, Harden fucking balling.
Harden's got to be your MVP right now.
No, in my opinion, the way he went over there and was balling, everybody was calling him fat and lazy when he was finishing up there in Houston, and then he went over and he's been balling. And Brooklyn looks really good. If they get healthy, man, they're gonna be a tough out for any team in the league.
Yes.
I don't care. And how about that? You get rid of Doc Rivers because you think he's the reason why you can't get over the hump. Then you can't get out of the fucking second round of your own fucking conference.
No.
And then he goes to the East and takes him to the championship.
Right.
How dumb is that going to look? That is not going to age well if the Sixers end up in the finals and the Clippers end up gone in the second round.
So getting Tyronn Lue was like whatever.
Right. So it's just it's just like that's my girl Melissa. She's awesome. Thunder Rosa. She's wrestled under a couple other names too, but she's about to plug this bitch with a chair. Ah, yes. And good thing that bitch that got hit in the face with a chair is a dentist. Like legit, she's a dentist.
Really?
Yes, she's a DMD, yes. Yeah, she is legit. She uses it for her gimmick, but she is a legit dentist. So, I don't know why you want to be a pro wrestler when you're a dentist, but I wonder if everybody gets good coverage, like good work done. Like if your teeth get blown out, does she like take care of it or what?
Do you want the dentist with good teeth, or you want the dentist's partner who has teeth on there? Because you get the one with good teeth, you know, those partners working on their teeth and they got down there. It's just like the hair.
Oh,
you go
sure.
to the hair salon, you go to the one and say, okay, their partner. Oh yeah, your hair looks like shit. Yours looks like good. All right, I want you to cut my hair because you obviously
Right.
cutting her hair.
Yeah, right. Let's say they're the tattoo parlor, right? The two guys in there. It's like that guy's tattoos are better than this guy's tattoos. Well, he does all. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll have you. You can go.
And the fat person working behind the counter at the ice cream parlor. Yeah, I want you to make my cone.
Yeah. I want to.
That's a baby cone.
I need a real cone.
Thank you, diabetes.
Let's see, this is where we go every time. This is where we go. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah. So the NBA's getting fired up, man. The West is wild. It's different than what we expected to see. Although we kind of told you that, but I still didn't think it would be
Utah.
we
liked
talked
Utah,
about it.
but
We
not-
liked Utah, but we didn't like them to be number one.
No, I didn't.
Phoenix
is the one I'm like shocked. Well, then again, we should be because look what they did in the bubble.
Right.
And they only got better getting Chris Paul.
Right. It's just how does that play out in the playoffs? Chris Paul's playoff record is not good.
No.
So that's the only concern I got there.
Phoenix's playoff record's not good.
No.
Period.
Right.
All those years on here.
So
we got all that, but yeah, I mean, you're looking really at the top four of the. I mean, yeah, you look at the top four of the East on there.
they're starting to finally come together because it was an ugly early part of the season for the Eastern Conference. Really, I'm sorry. The top of that
Freaking
East.
Atlanta Hawks have won 6 in a row.
Hey, I ain't mad at them.
No, it was about damn time because I liked them when they drafted Trae Young. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, right. Sure.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
there.
Trae Young, dude, that guy, man. He's entertaining to watch too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll be on there. I mean, also too, I think Miami Heat needs to add on a little. I think they're going to be active in the trade deadline. Add something onto it.
Sure.
I mean, again, dude, they got Jimmy Butler, man.
I know.
I love Jimmy.
I do like Jimmy Butler too. I do. He's always one of those cats that kind of goes under the radar because you've got so many big names in this league, right? But Jimmy Butler, dude, and then what he did with that crew in the bubble was pretty good. And I know Tyler Hero was a big part of that, and they kind of nobody saw that coming, and that was a big part of why they were able to be successful. But I really, really underrated player what Jimmy Butler can do and how he can elevate the guys around him. You know, that Melissa got busted. Damn, right in the hairline too. I wonder if that was Hardway or that's gimmick. I'm glad she got main event though. That's kind of cool. I did a little AEW wrestling
So
as
we
well.
got that also too.
Is
We're gonna jump into on there. We'll talk in the world of boxing a little bit on there. Sad news coming out.
Oh
of boxing.
yeah.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Man, so young. What was he?
66?
66? Yeah. That's nuts, man.
He was a bad man.
He was. He was a bad dude. Yep.
And again, if you're a certain age on there, and of course, if you've seen the video of that on there, the fight with him and Hearns is the best 3 rounds of boxing I've ever seen.
Yep, without a doubt.
I remember again, it was on pay-per-view. We didn't get to see it till the week later, and it was on
Sure.
HBO and that. And watching it, I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Standing toe to toe, just throwing bombs.
Yep. Legendary. Absolutely
Hearns
legendary.
went down because he had a glass jaw, but they were going to cut. Again, the ref says is that fight was not going to the 4th round.
Yeah, right.
Whether Hearns was getting knocked out or he was calling it because Hagler's eyes were just about shut.
All right.
This fight was ending in 3, no matter what.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was just like it was like watching Rocky.
Yes.
Real.
Yep.
No, they're not.
That's nice.
Boom! Holy shit!
Yeah, it's those kind of fights that made me love combat sports because, you know, you don't see that. Boxing doesn't really deliver those kind of fights anymore. No. And a fight like that, I know MMA is big now, and you have some big fights, and Conor McGregor draws well, and Bones Jones back in the day, and Anderson Silva back in the day even further, and you go back to Tito Ortiz and Ken Shamrock and all those guys. They put together big fights that were big feel fights, but nothing like that fight, or even some of the boxing of that era.
Well, yeah, you look at that whole
That's
era.
the kind of shit that makes you like those kind of
Yeah,
sports.
you look at the era, and it wasn't the heavyweight division wasn't the predominant till Tyson because he dominated.
Right.
But that theory really till basically 1980 till like 89 with Tyson, it was the welter middleweight.
Yeah, sure.
Because it was the biggest names in boxing were welter and middleweights under.
Yeah,
you had Sugar Ray, you had Marvin,
Yeah.
you had Hearns, you
Hearns.
had Durant. I mean, it was just the best bouts were the middleweights and the welterweights on there
Yep.
because it's like, holy crap, these are the best boxers out there
Yep.
on there. I mean, it was like, you remember on there.
Well, you got the mix of athleticism, speed, and then just enough strength and power to make it interesting.
Right. You
Sure.
had certain, like with Hagler and Hearns that had power. You go, holy Jesus, man.
Yep. Yep.
Hearns' problem is he couldn't take a punch.
Right.
But again, but if he hit you,
Yeah, oh,
you
you're
were
done.
on there. I mean,
Yep.
I saw him put cats down. You go, holy crap! I mean, he destroyed Durant and on there, and it's like when he won that Puempo Cuevas and he won the welterweight.
Sure.
Dude, he destroyed that man. And Cuevas was supposed to have the hardest hands in the boxing at that weight, and Hearns took him apart.
Mm.
And Hagler was just a bad man. Dude, bald headed with that goatee, man. You look like, dude, that guy looks like he wants to kill me.
Right.
So again, I'm sad to hear about Hagler, man. It just that one sucks.
That one does. Like I said, way too young. But in the world of that kind of sports, it's not entirely surprising, but it doesn't make it any less sad. So I'm with you. That was a Moose. We're getting old, and our childhood is, this is what happens. This is what happens. So it does.
I mean, I walk out, I'm like, holy crap. I mean, it's like, you're on there. It's like,
Well, our childhood is slowly disappearing just because it fades away. It's just a shame. So that was, that's a bummer. But
I mean, like when people, oh yeah, what was your first concerts? And I'm like, well, yeah. I go, well, I went down and I'm like going, well, their first concert was actually sneaking into the underage at Bookies, the original one there, to go see the Dead Boys.
Nice.
At age 15.
Nice.
We're going to go see some hardcore punk bands on there because we knew somebody that actually was on there. He got us in because he made the T-shirts for the concert. And so
nice.
he got us in.
Nice.
And we're 15 years old on there and slam dancing and all that stuff. I mean, you get to see Black Flag at there and Dead Kennedys. And
very nice. Yeah, Blondie's the shit. I like Roosevelt. He's the guy that owns and operated Blondie's for all those years. Yeah, he owns Harpo's now.
Right.
Roosevelt's a really cool guy. He's actually they just booked a show. Who the hell's coming in? They're starting to book shows again.
Okay.
They booked a national. They're going to have 25% capacity, but they're going to do it. They are already booking for June. Who the hell are they bringing
clean
in?
the floors.
Dude, he replaced all that carpet. That carpet, it was funny because was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. He had all that old Harpo's carpet rolled up in the back behind the building because they put a whole new floor in.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, anybody want the legendary Harpo's carpet, feel free to come get it. And he had it out back.
Walk in with a black light. Oh my God.
Dude, I'm thinking, oh my God, the minute you put it out there, the rats just ran into it. We're like, I started devouring all the DNA that was in there. I mean, Jesus Christ.
The spilt beer that would never got cleaned.
Oh, dude, that was the same carpet that's been in there since the day that fucking building went up, probably.
No, because actually it used
I
to...
know, it was fucking... used to be something else.
It used to be the Harper Theater.
Yeah.
I saw the Towering Inferno there because I lived 2 blocks from there.
Yeah,
I was on. Then it became a disco with the world's largest electronic dance floor. And that lasted about a year. And then all of a sudden it came Harpo's and hardcore metal bands. I mean, it was like
that's where all the heavy bands went. Yeah, my buddy had a band called Scorch, and they just fucking like 2 drummers, heavy metal band, like. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't know if I want to go there to see a concert in Park because that's not an area of Detroit.
I spent a lot of time down there just because we did shows there all the time and at IROC and all that stuff. So it don't fucking matter if you're at it. I mean, look where IROC's at. Yeah. I mean, fuck, dude. And so we used to do shows there too. So, and those are all great venues. It's just the horrible locations.
I think I'd Uber.
Yeah.
Because my car ain't gonna be. Actually, I don't know if anybody's still a Ford Flex.
They're not stealing your Flex. They only want your wheels anyway. If it were anything, if you got your Ram with the big, the 24s on it, they're taking them.
Taking that.
Yeah, you're not.
That
Those
truck's
will be
gone.
gone. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh my goodness, that girl is busted up. Damn, these girls are going after it here. The Thunder Rosa in the green, totally killing kayfabe here, but her name's Melissa, and she's an outstanding young lady, and her and her husband are a great team, and she was able to follow her dream doing this in MMA and stuff when she was actually a counselor. She was a counselor, so like for troubled kids and shit. So in the middle of like Oakland, California. She's a badass Puerto Rican chick. She's a cool chick. So there you go. That's your behind the scenes of pro wrestling. I didn't mean to break kayfabe, but
All right, DDT
nobody cares.
into the chair.
Nobody cares
That's
anymore
just
about
the
that
muffin
shit.
thing, and
She's gonna. She fucking curb stomped her ass on the chair, and she kicked out. Yes,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
yes. I'd like to see her win. I don't know that she will. Britt, I think, is one of the top girls that they have there, and so I don't know how they're gonna play this, but she did get the.
Uh-oh, she
Yep.
got the glove.
Yeah, she does like this weird version of like the mandible claw, where she puts you in like this submission hold and then grips you with like a mandible claw type thing, and it's some kind of fucking, like dentist gimmick thing like she's doing or something. I guess.
She got a dental bag.
I guess I don't know what she got. This is new gimmick to me. I haven't seen this. I don't think I have. Was there tacks in there? Is that a bag full of tacks? That's what they like to put in those things, tacks now. I don't know if that's what she's got because I don't see the ladies do that a lot, but yep, that's a bag full of fucking tacks. Those aren't fucking working tacks. Those are shooting tacks. So work means it's fake. A shoot means it's real.
Oh,
Yes.
ow.
Yes, those are shooting tacks. Those are legit. They are not fucking It's not like when they get the working wrench and it's like a fucking foam wrench. They hit you in the head with a foam wrench. Nope, those tacks are legit tacks. This is not a drill. Who's the one that's taking the tacks? Usually the one who puts them on the ground. So I would imagine Britt's about to take an ass full of tacks. But I don't know, maybe Thunder Rosa's all up for it. But usually, see, there's the table scenario. Usually whoever sets up the table goes through the table. So I don't know if that's always going to be the case with the tacks, but I would think that usually you want the tacks put where you want them. Yep, see, told you. And she had to look at them fuckers in her back.
Ow. Ow.
I mean, look at her writhing. Look at her shaking. She's married to another wrestler in WWE, so like they must practice this shit at home or something.
Kinky.
Yeah, right? Look at this shit. Oh, rubbing her face in the tacks. Nice gimmick.
Good. Love it.
I love it. Oh no, she's gonna put her in her mandible claw thing, and she's gonna win the match. If I gotta take 400 tacks in the back and get my face busted up, I get to win the match. Oh, or not. He rolled her over. She rolled her into the tacks. We turned into a play-by-play of women's wrestling here on the show. Don't mind us, radio for two. But when you got two hot chicks like beating the crap out of each other with a shit ton of tacks, it's kind of hard to really talk about anything else, to be quite honest. And she's looked at the camera, and she's still working. I'm not a fan of Britt Baker. I don't think her in-ring work is that good. I think she's still pretty green yet for where they put her. Not that she can't be great, but that she's just pretty green. But I absolutely have to give her credit in this match for because this is one brutal fucking. She's like trying to pick tacks out without being noticeable. It's like, no, dude, just leave them in there, or pick them out. Don't try to sneak them. But there's a shit ton of them. Oh, and then she's doing some of these hard ass. No way, through the table. Oh my goodness, thunder! Oh my goodness. I hope Melissa protected her better than it looked.
Yeah, I think she did.
Okay, because it looked rough, but she got up really quick. Yeah, good. Yeah, she's usually good. It was a quick pin, and she won, but I wasn't, and that's good. And they're talking. Yep. Okay. Yeah, she was talking shit in front of the camera, but she was checking on her, so that's good. Yeah, it did. It's hard to tell, man, sometimes when they do this stuff, how they protect each other and do whatever. But that was entertaining pro wrestling if you're into that stuff. And I'm biased because I have some form of communication with these people on a fairly regular basis. So I don't want to go as far as calling them all my friends or anything like that. But I do talk to some of these cats on social media. And through my business,
That was one of the more brutal matches I've seen in a while.
Yeah, she's badass. Her story is a pretty good story, man. She's if she ever tells it. But yeah, that was a pretty badass match. I haven't seen her have a bad match really. The way she moves and works, they're all pretty good. And yeah, I got to give credit to Britt Baker. I'm not a huge fan. Like I said, I think she's just green and
Harden with another triple-double, 40 points, 10 boards.
How many has he got this year? Triple doubles.
Oh, he's got quite a few.
I mean, that's really what it's going to be. Him and what's his name? And
Bucks came back and won against in overtime against the 76ers.
I was about to say the Bucks, and I was saying what's his name in Milwaukee too. He's got the triple doubles going on.
Yeah, Giannis had 32 points, 15 boards, 5 assists.
Ooh, almost did it again.
Ben Simmons had a triple-double, 13 points, 10 boards, 12 assists.
Ben Simmons has been playing a whole lot better with that coaching staff over there.
You know what? Yes. And now we'll get ended it with that on there for the night.
But yeah,
I'll agree on it. Ben Simmons is definitely played a lot better since Doc Rivers came in as head coach in that. So getting this weekend on there, guys. Remember, if you got your vasectomy scheduled for tomorrow, that's okay. Get it done. Sit the weekend with a bag of frozen peas on your junk.
Yes, frozen peas on your peas. Yes. No, it's all about college basketball. So sit back and enjoy your bracket busting weekend because I know that's what kind of us.
County's going to probably go 16 and 0.
Yep, she's going to take all your money again, but it'll be fun. No, guys, lots of stuff going on. We're looking to bring new content here to the page, and I'm working. I got some things behind the scenes I can't really talk about yet, but it looks like we'll have an uptick in content potentially here, and it won't just be me all the damn time or Moose all the damn time. We'll have some other cats here. We'll introduce you to some folks and do some stuff, and maybe it won't just all be podcasts. Maybe we'll have I don't know, some sporting type events and things like that going on. We'll see. We'll talk about it in the coming weeks, but I just want to let you guys know we're working on it. When COVID lets us free and lets us out, we're going to do some things for you. We're going to have some fun. So Jay Scars, Dave, Mary, Mike, and of course, I think Roy was in there. And Canada Mike, thank you guys. We love you.
See you next week. Peace out, brothers.
You're listening to Studio 57 Radio, your home for underground hip-hop, rap, and R&B.